Yo, what's going on, everybody? It is Tristan, and today in this video what I got going on for you guys is I'm just going to be discussing a few recent sneaker releases. Basically going to be getting into if you should sell or hold them, basically, because a few of these are definitely some ones you should sell right now. Try and get what you can for them, and then some of these other releases, it's like they're not major focuses, they're not ones I would like go out the way and buy right now. Might do an honorable mention or two in this video, but mainly just going to be the recent stuff. Some of these we've already discussed like kind of in depth on the channel, so I'm not going to go and say too much about them in this video, since again you can go watch that full in-depth video on it and I'll break it down more there. So if you guys want more content like this, feel free to subscribe and like down below. It's just trying to 200 likes on this video. That's always been the goal. Very, very simple. Just lets me know that you guys want more content like this, more sell or hold videos, and you can kind of, check out the channel, see what other kind of stuff we do. Sometimes early pair stuff, sometimes how-to cops. I mean, really just try and keep variety. That's the main thing. And don't forget, you guys can check my Instagrams down below. I'm doing a giveaway there right now for the military blue Jordan 4s. We've been doing that for a bit now, so if y'all want to check that out before it closes on release day, don't miss out. Pinned reel my Instagram, and yeah, you guys can also check out my story, buying, selling, trading. Trading. I got hoodies, I got tees, I got shoes. Just let me know. I got a ton for sale, and yeah, even some of like the new big money saving stuff like that. So that's all I'll say. I hope y'all will enjoy. And why don't we get into discussing some of these releases? So the first one I got right here. I'm trying to remember why I put the Venice Beaches, aside from it being a sneaker that dropped recently. I think the main reason I put this one up is because I had a feeling that a lot of people would be curious about this one, kind of with its like own breakdown or little talk about it, just because this was the one that had the most stock on sneakers. It had 180,000. The other two had 30,000 and 50,000. So the other two were limited. This one was not as limited. So more people have this pair is what I'm trying to get at, basically. So as you guys can see, these are the current resale prices. You can see that's size 7. I mean, I'm probably just, again, I was talking about this. I'll probably go swoop a couple size 7s and, just put them in the vault for a bit. Because, again, Kobe's at retail. I'll take it, you know what I mean? Like that is retail price for a men's size, you know what I mean? And I know it's a 7. It's not a great size. Even the 8 is really, really low. And go look at how some of these other Kobe's have done over time. 7s and 8s resell for a lot more than that, like 300, 400, 500 bucks. So it's like, I'm looking at those two and I'm like, that might be a good bet, if you have some time. But it wouldn't go up super quickly. It would definitely be one that you'd have to wait at least a couple years on. That's my thoughts, at least, for it to be something that'd be like worth the money, right? Because you're gonna have to, get the money and then put it up in these shoes and then wait to sell them. You kind of have to wait till that's worth it, you know what I mean? So that's just the main thing I'm trying to get at with these. That's the Kobe Venice Beaches. I don't really got to say too much more about them. I feel like it'll be a good long-term bet. You see where the prices are at right now, kind of that range of like $200 to like $280. Bigger sizes going for more. There's no surprise there. It's with almost every single sneaker that you can look at on the resale market. The bigger sizes go for more because more people want them and there's less of them. It's as simple as that. So yeah, that's what I think about the Venice Beaches. I think it's a good hold, but only if you got some time. Like, if you want to sell these right now, I do not blame you, because it's going to take a bit, before you see some progress on these, right? So aside from that, we got the big money savings SBs. Now, these ended up being a pretty decent hold. I was wrong on my prediction, I will admit. I was like, you know what, these will probably chill at prices pretty similar to the Race Leals. I was kind of thinking, they'll just be in that line of, with the Race Leals and the Pastoral prints. Those both had a lot of stock on them. People were feeling them, people liked them. Again, because there was a lot of stock. Those sizes weren't going for as much. But as you guys can see, these are doing pretty solid right now. Sitting at a range of about 170 to 190-ish. I mainly think that these are a bit up in price right now just because, again, that after drop hype. People really, really want to, go out the way and get a pair off apps. Obviously, if they take the L on sneakers, at a retailer, at their local skate shop, they're going to be running to apps. And I think that just caused the prices to go up on these temporarily. I think they'll come back down. I think we'll see some of these sizes, float back down to like 150, 160. But it's like, I don't know. It did surprise me a little bit seeing how well some of these sizes did. But at the end of the day, I've had this shoe in hand. I have a pair in hand. It's really nice. Like, I understand why, people will pay more for them. Like, it is a great colorway. Well, I'll say this. I think the colorway, that's to each its own. Like, I personally, I wouldn't rock these. Like, it's just not my style. But I do see why people like these. It's a nice, subtle colorway. Definitely a good one to just kind of beat up and wear around daily. So I totally understand why these are doing as well as they are. And sorry about the background noise. I don't know what is going on right now. We got dogs, we got trash trucks. It's going wild in the neighborhood, I guess. So aside from that, that's what I can say. I think these will probably come down in price over the next week or two. week or two, because keep in mind, EU, I believe, has a drop for these on the way, so that's going to cause the prices to drop a bit. But that's what I can mention about the Big Money Savings SB. I think it'll be a good long-term bet, especially in like a 13, 12, 11.5, 11. Like, dude, whenever you can grab 10.5, like whenever you can grab SBs at this low of a price range, it's money. I mean, go look at the Prados, go look at some of the other ones from last year, and check out what they go for in big sizes. Some of them started at price ranges like this, 170, 180, 190, like the Prados, and then yeah, they ended up going up to like 250 plus, 260, 270, 300 even around Christmas time. I think they were doing sales around there. So it's just like you have to kind of just decide, hey, am I gonna go hold some of these, which I wouldn't blame. If you went like sizes 10.5 plus, just went bought a few right now, not off apps obviously, but went and maybe checked your local marketplace, got a few under 190, 180. I think that might not be a bad bet. But yeah, that's the Big Money Savings SB. So nothing too crazy. If anything, it's long term, right? And if you wanted to sell this one right now, again, kind of same point as the last one. Like, I would not blame you, because you can go, get a pretty good profit off them right now. You got that after drop hype, and I don't feel like these are going to be going up super fast, right? Like, it is a nice shoe, but I don't see it, rising in like the next 6 months or so. I think they'll probably stay at around these prices, maybe a bit more on like a 12 or 13, just because there's none of them. But yeah, that's all I'll say about that. So aside from that, Veneer Dunk Low, this is one to sell in my opinion, just because these are going to be dropping for the next like month or so. That's at least what I know, like, because these are going to be hitting Nike sneakers, I believe, for a little restock there. But then also you have to keep in mind these have hit a bunch of retailers. There's been raffles dropping for them. So just understanding that there's a lot of drop locations and a lot of places that have to drop pairs of these. They may even, hit a few outlets after the sneakers release. I would not shock me, some returned orders hit there. Happens all the time. That's how sometimes people find heat at outlets, right? But aside from that, yeah, you can see these are pretty bricked in price. I think retail's like 120 after tax and everything. You're paying like 128, 130-ish. So, I mean, it's just kind of like, you have to decide, if you really want this one more or less for the personal, because it's not one that's going to be flipping. Maybe you can get a flip off, on like the local market or something like that, but I don't think it's, really one that I would take the risk, go pay retail for it if it's one that you're not, you won't be, like, you're not sure if you're going to be able to sell it, you know what I mean? So that's all I'm really trying to get at. Loving my size 9 and how that's priced right now. So I'm definitely going to be going out the way and get a pair of these soon, because I love the Ugly Duckling SP pack. So yeah, I just got to make sure I get close to getting. I got to get the ceramics, these plums. A lot of those are floating closer to retail right now. So once they're all there, I'll go scoop them all. But yeah, that's what I can say about the veneers. Sell now, in my opinion. If you were to hold these, it would be like super, super long. Just not worth the time, in my opinion. But aside from that, Bread Reimagined, just wanted to let you guys know the prices on these right now. Y'all can see the current range between, around $230 to about $290. Bigger sizes going for more. Again, not surprising. I still feel like these are pretty good. Again, if you can get 10.5 plus, go get, a decent price on them. Probably pay around like $260, $270. I feel like that's not that bad. Or even, retail, obviously, I don't feel like there's any more of these available at retail price, right? Like, we're past the drop time. It's no longer February. But yeah, check your outlets, other places like that. It's always good. You never know. I've seen stuff pop up a couple months after it's released. It happens, right? I was seeing that with the Midnight Navies, mainly in grade school sizes, but it happens. So I think it's worth it to check, some Nike stores for these. Check around your local marketplace, maybe buy up a couple, because these over time will do good. I mean, they are still number one. I just want to say this, after several months, these right here are still number one on the StockX trending page. I think the shoe that will overtake it will be the military blues, but these are still number one after months on the StockX trending page, like new releases page. So that just shows you how popular they are. These still have these have to have the lightning bolt symbol. Yeah. I mean, these are crazy popular. I mean, look at the amount of sales. It's got to be, yeah, I was going to say over 30K. So 33,000 sales on a Jordan 4 on StockX in 2 months. That's some gratitude numbers, right? And these weren't produced like the gratitude. So yeah, well, Gratitude's had 30,000 sales in a month on StockX. So, I mean, those were insanely popular, right? But aside from that, that's what I can say about these. It's a good long-term bet. I feel like these in the next few months won't be making any major progress, but I feel like the first time we'll really start seeing these move up will be back to school, so around August, or if not then, Christmas time. 100%. Feel like these would be the ones that move up. Those consignment prices would start, going higher and higher because people would need the pairs fast, and then, market would rise from there. So that's what I think will happen with these. And finally, the military blues. I got 2 things to say about these. One, good long-term bet. There is a lot of pairs, but if you're able to get big sizes, I feel like these over time will be good. Even though there's going to be a lot of pairs, it's not going to be 1.7 million, not going to be 1.2 million, probably closer to like 900,000, 800,000 pairs. That's my personal prediction. But if they do like 1.1 million, 900, that it's not much of a difference between that. You know what I mean? It's just like what it reads as. But obviously not all those pairs will end up even hitting the app, right? We know some get backdoored, some, you know, go missing. So that's kind of how it is. So over time, I feel like this will be a good bet. But very, very long term, because again, there's so many pairs out there. So there's going to be some other SBs, other collaborations that'll, you know, come out this year that'll probably be better bets. But Jordan 4 is always a good one because it's just such a popular model that you can always go back to it. Second thing I mainly want to say about these is if you can sell these, right, you can see the prices are pretty down right now, but if you can sell these locally for like $300, $290 right now, I've been still able to get some sales at around those prices right now, just, you know, because somebody will really need the pair, or, you know, somebody that, you know, is just like, hey, you know, you got it with everything, like, are you able to ship them today? You know, like they don't want to wait, you know, for all the app verification a couple weeks there. So I just, you know, I get it right out to them because, you know, I had some 10s on sneakers, so, you know, I got lucky there. But aside from that, that's off topic. Basically, if you can get a good sale for these at $300 right now, you should do that because these are down in price. But I don't feel like after the drop, these are going to be like suddenly soaring up in price just because there's going to be so many of them releasing. I feel like it'll be pretty easy to get these at retail price. If you enter in a few places, you probably will have some success. You know, that's basically what I'm trying to get at. Just try and you will get some for sure. So that's what I'll mention about the military blues. Yes, it'll be good long term, but there's a lot of them, so mainly only in the bigger sizes. So you're gonna have to you know, wait at least like a year or two. That's what I would say. But you know, I feel like again, more people are starting to get these in hand now. They're starting to see how nice they are. I think that's, you know, that's gonna play a big factor in how popular they will be in drop day, because there's still a lot of people that took L's in the shock drop. I mean, they're gonna want them on the main release. So that's what I'll say about that. But so here's what I'm gonna say about these. Again, I'm just break it down really quick one more time. If you can get a good sale for these now, sell them. If you can't, it's fine. Hold them, put them in your closet for a couple years and forget about them. They'll be up in a couple years, 100%. So that is, because I mean, they're built just like the SB4s. It's one of the first ones they're doing with that. It's a military blue colorway. They haven't done that in like 12 years. So yeah, I mean, these are money, but don't tell too many people. But I think a lot of people know that. So aside from that, that's what I can say. Basically hold. If you can sell now, not a bad thing, but I would hold these two. Sell these, definite hold. And yeah, I mean, I'm buying these. No, of course. I mean, even in grade school sizes. So that's what I will say about those releases right there. If there's any release I forgot to discuss, just let me know in the comments. I will try and get to it if I know what it is. If I don't know what it is, then I'll try and like research that, look into it. But that's what I can say. Don't forget, you can check the Instagrams down below. You know, you can go to my pinned reel, enter my giveaway right there for the military blue 4s. If you want a chance to win a pair for free, you can just check that out. And also, again, don't forget to subscribe and like for more content like this. Just trying to 200 likes in this video. I've been talking for a long time now. Notice I've been recording for like 14 minutes. Yeah, it's a lot of talking, but there was some interruptions and pauses in this video, so you know, I'm gonna edit them out. But yeah, that's really everything I need to say. There's not too much more, so I'm gonna end that screen recording. Hopefully y'all check me out below, or let me know your thoughts on some of these shoes. You holding them, selling them? You got some of these for the personal collection? Let me know. We all love, you know, what we got for our personals. So I'll say that. But that's it. Hopefully I will catch you on the next one. Should be tomorrow, and I'll see y'all then. Peace.